Hi, my name is Naomie Kremer. My studio is in Berkeley, California. I'm sitting in it right now. This is the piece I'm donating to the auction. It's called Wave Runner. It's oil on linen, and it was made in 2005. It is part of a body of work that actually is informing my most recent work, which is over here on my left. My work has always been involved with a relationship to time, space, matter, and how the body interacts with the canvas. There's also a very strong interest in motion and how the motion of the body is echoed in the motion within the painting. As you can see, there's a lot of motion in this one, and that was the reason partly for the title Wave Runner. I'm inspired by many things in my work, including music, especially jazz perhaps, for its improvisatory nature, because my works are improvisations in a way. I'm in constant dialogue with the painting. You know, I have an impulse, I put it on the canvas, it talks back to me and gives me the idea for the next impulse or the next movement. I would say that I like to incorporate accident in my work because it's a way for the world to put itself into my work without being figurative. So my work is abstract, but it is based in the real world, and I try to refer to things like nature, letter forms, language, music. So all these things inform both the rhythm and then the final look of my paintings. So painting is not the only medium I work with. I also am very interested in mixing media. I do a lot of work with video, and in the museum right now, in the landscape show, I have a couple of pieces that are hybrid paintings, what I call hybrid paintings, which is a combination of video projected on a painting. And I'm interested in the way that our perception is affected by the medium that we're looking at. So motion is something that continues to attract. Even though my paintings contain motion, they are not physically in motion. Whereas with a hybrid, there is physical motion that you can look at as you're also looking at the way it interacts with the stillness of a painting. So it keeps us engaged. I guess that's what I'm interested in, engaging the viewer on a continuing basis, and not just the first few times you see the painting, but as you return to it again and again. There's always an element of surprise and kind of an inability to really hold it in your memory, which means that every time you see it, you can re-engage with it, and that's really my goal. So it's kind of an orchestration of impulses, reaction in the moment, and the dialogue with the painting. I'm currently having an exhibition at Modernism Gallery. It's been closed because of quarantine, but it's now open again by appointment, and it'll be open until August 29th. And in that exhibition, there's a combination of paintings and also an installation of my recent body of work, which focuses on the body. So it's a group of videos of people I've videotaped in the nude and then overlaid with my paintings. So it's kind of immersive. There's also a sound environment, and I'm very interested in the dialogue between video and painting. Some of my work also involves design for the stage, which is kind of like having an enormous canvas. I've always liked working big because the body is then immersed in an environment, and you kind of enter into it in a different way. I aim to do that with smaller work as well. Wave Runner is 42 inches by 42 inches. But my goal is to make you enter and lose yourself in that world. So the beauty and the excitement for me of working very large scale in stage design is that it's a huge canvas. It's bigger than any canvas one could, practically create. So my work continues to be with painting and video and their combination, and I hope you buy a painting.